My last video, I said it wouldn't be on pro boxing as a joke, so here it is. The subject's going to be sparring. And we've seen all the videos lately, the champions today, old footage of them sparring. We've seen Ryan Garcia, that footage years ago. And then a long time ago, Mayweather Spadafora. And from what I understood of that video, Spadafora was pretty much peaking for a fight coming up, and Mayweather was out of shape. As you can see in the video, I think after 3 or 4 rounds, I didn't view it again, Mayweather kind of bends over in exhaustion. And also in sparring, you may be working on stuff. You're not gonna, let's take an overhand right, for example. An overhand right's devastating. You may not throw that in sparring a lot with a guy. You know, it's supposed to be sparring, not killing each other, is what I'm saying. And when you throw an overhand right, you know, it's like shooting a gun. You can't get the bullet back. So you might not see everything a fighter can do in sparring and get a false sense of security, basically. So here's my point. My guy was 3-0. We're fighting at Emerald Queen Casino, Seattle, Battle at the Boat. And we get an opponent from his 4th fight. We get an opponent from LA. Henry trained him. You know, he used to train Ariola. Good trainer down there in LA. So we lose in a majority decision. I thought we won. Henry comes over after the fight, shakes my hand. We'll rematch. What does that tell you? So, we're going to rematch in about, I don't know, 2.5 months. They rematch, or they fight again there. They have MMA and then boxing. So I bring my guy Nate, who's 5'6". The guy we fought was about 5'11", that we lost the majority decision to. So I'm bringing Nate to California, kind of outside of the Bay Area. We spar a 5'11", 6 foot tall, excellent fighter, Alan Sanchez, the kid who runs marathons and everything. So we get good sparring there. We go to Sacramento then. We spar this guy 6'2". And I'll never forget it, there was a camera overhead I noticed during sparring, and it didn't set right with me, because when I go to places to spar, I don't videotape out of respect. You know, what happens in sparring, it's supposed to stay in sparring, and you're not supposed to, you know, Big Baby Anderson, they asked him, how did sparring go with Fury? He wouldn't answer the question. So that's how it goes, and here we are being filmed in sparring at their gym, whatever. So Nate and the other guy, they go about 6 or 8 rounds, and Nate didn't really we were working on some stuff, I forget what it was. And Nate really didn't do that good in sparring, and this 6'2" guy against my 5'6", he probably got the better of him, I would say. It's hard to remember that. So anyway, been down there a week. We're ready to make the 13-hour drive back to Washington State. I get a phone call from the matchmaker. Hey, you're not getting the rematch. They don't want the rematch. Now that should tell you something. So I go, okay. I put it on Facebook. We didn't get the rematch. About just an hour after I put it on Facebook, I get a call from the matchmaker. Hey, do you want to fight this guy? The guy we just sparred. I mean, we hadn't left his gym but an hour heading down the highway. And I go, sure, we'll fight him. So the fight's made, and anyway, this should be self-explanatory, not to take too much with sparring. This was when they met after the guy basically got the better of my guy in sparring. This is the 2nd round. Thanks for watching.